Patch notes have just dropped for Diablo Immortal, so let's take a look at what's in store for the next content update.
Celebrate the coming of the harvest season. Preparations for the Harvest Festival are in the works, but something more sinister is gathering. Our next content update brings you special events celebrating the coming of the harvest season, the return of the boosted item and resource drops during Winds of Fortune, and a limited time event that will prepare you for a new battle on the horizon. As with all previous content updates, there'll be server maintenance, and this will start September 9th and September 10th, depending on which server you are on. And as always, as this article is an early look at the next content update, information conveyed may be subject to change or may not even come to fruition at all, as we've known previously with these patch notes. So looking at Codex, we've got the Season of the Harvest is upon us, the Warping of the Wilds limited time event, the Winds of Fortune pick up once again, feature updates and bug fixes. The Season of the Harvest is upon us. As heat of the summer months subsides, the people of Sanctuary prepare for the harvest. You too can join the Denzians of Charvel in their celebration with the Season of the Harvest event. From September 24th till October 15th, 3am local server time, complete objectives and take part in limited time events to earn points and make progress towards rewards in the Season of the Harvest event. Earn even more points by taking part in the following events. Survivor's Bane September 24th to October 1st, Trial of the Hordes October 1st to October 8th, and Fractured Plane October 8th to October 13th. The Warping of the Wilds limited time event. Rejoice, child, for our time is near. The Sharbon Prophet, our Prince of Freedom, is coming to save you from your suffering. He will strengthen us against disease, famine, and the ills of the flesh. Prepare yourself for the next chapter in Diablo Immortal's story by participating in the Warping of the Wilds event from September 18th at 3am till September 28th at 3am server time. Log in on the 2nd, 4th, and 8th days of the event to earn rewards such as a Telluric Pearl, Legendary Crest, and Rare Crests. You'll also receive a 100% bonus to experience gained from Battle Pass levels during the event's run. You must be at least level 30 or above to experience the Warping of the Wilds. So these events are obviously similar to ones that we've had previously. Both of these will just do the same kind of rewards that we've had in the current events that we've got in game. But obviously you have the chance there for a Telluric Pearl and Legendary Crest as well. The Winds of Fortune pick up once again, so Winds of Fortune is set to return. Heraldric scholars are deep in study, unravelling the mysteries behind a sudden surge in materialised wealth. Meanwhile, Sanctuary's merchants waste no time, capitalising on the phenomenon to expand their fortunes. From September 18th at 3am till September 25th at 3am local server time, you'll be able to activate a special boost and earn increased rewards. While Winds of Fortune is live, activate your 24-hour buff to receive this boost. Once activated, the buff's duration is in real time and will end 24 hours after it's been initiated. If you have not activated the buff within 24 hours of the event ending, it will be enabled automatically. Any rewards not claimed before the end of the event will be auto-claimed on the next login. During Winds of Fortune, the 4-player normal gems bonus drop will be doubled and unaffected by the daily cap, and only the first 12 common gems of the day will be tradable. Any of these items will drop in duplicate quantities: gold, experience, battle pass points, normal gems, legendary items, and normal items. Items from these activities will also drop in duplicate quantities: Tragic Bestiary, Challenge Rifts, Bounties, Fishing, Dungeons, Purged Depths, Accursed Towers, Hidden Lairs, Farming in the Wilderness, and Codex activities. Note that during this limited time event, Battle Pass rewards will not be doubled, and the weekly limit on Battle Pass points and normal gems will not change. Any bonus experience gained will be affected by your current modifier, so if you're down to 10% experience, you'll still only get 10% experience from the experience earned. Additionally, there are limits to each item that can be earned in duplicate quantities. You'll earn double the amount until you reach the limit. Please see the event in-game for more details. Now moving on to feature updates, and this one is pretty interesting. Market update: 5-star gems cross-server sales. As a first foray into cross-server marketplace, 5-star gems will now be purchased and sold via the marketplace across all servers and regions around the world, excluding China. This means if you're in the EU, you may be buying a 5-star gem from someone in the US and vice versa. We'll be keeping a close eye on any issues or reviews that may arise with this new update to the market and work to resolve them as quickly as possible. If this does go well, we'll explore expanding this to more items in the marketplace in the future. So this may mean that we can then get pets or familiars, normal gems, etc. from other servers, and it should mean that we will get the best price in the market. I've seen it previously with people hopping servers for the lowest price on normal gems, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes with the 5-star gems when this is live in game. PvP optimizations, loss of control and diminishing returns. We've added a new unstoppable bar to PvP that sits just below your life bar. It fills up as you get hit with knockbacks or total loss of control effects. If you're hit with one of these effects, any additional ones within the next 6 seconds will be 30% less effective. If you receive a cumulative 3 seconds of knockback or hard crowd control within 8 seconds, you will gain a crowd control protection buff for 2.5 seconds. This buff's duration will not be extended, granting temporary immunity to knockbacks or crowd control effects. This will be active in all PvP modes. We will closely be monitoring player feedback around this new system and may adjust as needed, potentially even disabling the feature if we're unsatisfied with how it's performing. To me, I don't see the point in loss of control, CC at all if we're going to have immunity to it in PvP now. Not that I use builds that have that. I haven't used any of my CC builds for quite some time, but yeah, interesting take. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. I think that's something that's going to have a lot of players kind of pissed off. But yeah, we'll see what it's like in game. I'll try and film it if they actually do go ahead with that in the update. Bulk buy is being re-added to the market, allowing players to set a price range for items and buy larger quantities of items at different price points more quickly. So I'm quite happy with that. That was a nice feature, especially when you're buying normal gems. It saves a lot of time having to click each one and go through individually. So I think bulk buy is a good thing to bring back. New account normal gem trade restrictions. In our continued efforts to detect and prevent fraudulent behaviour in game, we will be making changes to prevent users from selling normal gems in the market before they've been able to complete Inferno Difficulty 1. This will affect both new and existing accounts. This is fair enough, I guess. It's for people that are obviously farming multiple accounts for gems and platinum. I don't do that myself. You know, I have a couple of characters, but I don't bother with farming on them or anything like that. And only use them for actually filming videos or supporting other clans and players in game, and that's basically it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that as well. I know quite a lot of people do use alt farming in that, but obviously it's not really something that's supported by Blizzard. So yeah, an interesting way of tackling that. Set Item Hunter event time change. We're extending the Set Hunter event through September 25th while we work through a new event that will make discovering set items even more exciting. The Set Item Hunter event allows you to target certain set items to help you complete your build faster. So that event is extending further. It's already been extended once. I think that's a nice thing for a lot of players. And yeah, I'm interested to see what this other event is that they are working on for set items. So obviously select the set item you wish to target, the specific set, select the set you want to target, and that will drop eventually for you from your runs. Vanguard co-op optimizations. The Ashen Ravine is receiving some changes with the other improvements for the Vanguard mode. The siege engine is now more resilient, which allows it to benefit from a wider set of defensive and restorative charm skills. The vehicle should now benefit from your party's loadouts and supportive skills when playing in normal difficulties. We've reduced the number of blockades from 3 to 2 to make it a bit more efficient. So I'm guessing that that's the one that we're getting for the next Vanguard map. It's going to be the escorting the siege engine again. They kind of didn't announce that apart from in the patch notes here. So that's obviously what the next mode is going to be for people that remember that. For people that don't, you basically just go in a straight line and you are escorting a siege engine, and you don't want the siege engine to get destroyed by the monsters. That's pretty much how it goes. Elite difficulties remained unchanged in length. Let's try that again. Elite difficulties... Oh my god, I cannot talk. Elite difficulties remain unchanged in length, as these are meant to be longer tests of endurance. Additionally, in Elite mode, we've significantly ramped up the difficulty. Elite mode should now feel like a dramatic escalation reserved only for those who are fully prepared to push their limits. Developers' notes. These changes should make the Ashen Ravine easier to understand if you're a newer player, and should introduce some increased challenge if you're already enjoying this raid on Elite difficulties. So yeah, as I said, that must be the next Vanguard mode that we get, because it does change every now and again. Ancient legendary equipment can now be salvaged for ancient scrap, and ancient artifacts can now be converted into ancient scrap at the blacksmith materials vendor in Westmarch. Ancient scrap can be used as a substitute material to enchant your ancient legendary gear equipment by selecting the toggle next to the enchant button. Different types of enchants will cost different amounts of ancient scrap. So that's again interesting. An interesting take there. I'd rather use my ancient legendary equipment. I don't know. We'll see what that looks like when it's in game. I'll try and cover that in a video. I'm not sure what they mean by ancient legendary equipment, if they're meaning like old difficulties or what. Yeah, I don't know. Elder Rift quality of life update. When a Rift Guardian appears in an Elder Rift, a portal leading directly to the Rift Guardian will appear next to a player who is far away. Well, that was actually in this update, and they in the last update, and they obviously forgot to mention that. So that does exist already in the game. Wicked Hunt event correction. In our last update blog, we erroneously listed Alley of Blood event as taking place from September 10th to 17th, but these are dates for Fracture Plane. Alley of Blood will take place September 12th till September 15th. Swing your blade and make your way through the following events on their corrected dates to earn points in the Wild Hunt event before September 24th. So this is the correct date for the current event in game. Trial of the Horde September 3rd to September 10th, Fracture Plane September 10th to September 17th, Wild Brawl September 17th to September 24th. Hang on, Alley of Blood is not listed there. So Alley of Blood is going from 12th to the 15th as well, so in between this. So it's obviously overlapping with Fracture Plane. Interesting. Okay, so that's that cleared up anyway. And lastly in this update is bug fixes. Obviously, as it said at the beginning of the article, there may be a few things that are subject to change, so don't be surprised if you see different things in game. Some things, like I already mentioned, the portal to the Rift Guardian is already active in game. They obviously missed that from the patch notes last time. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. I was hoping for a slightly bigger update. I think a lot of you probably were as well. Obviously, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that. But yeah, some nice rewards. Winds of Fortune coming back is always good. I'll be interested to see if we get Mirrored Jewels back in game. Obviously, they never announced that in the patch notes, so it'll be interesting to see if that appears as well. But for now, that's it from me for this video. Let me know if you're excited for any of this or if you're a little bit disappointed. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.
Official Diablo Partner.